everybody. Welcome to Mr. Reese's Teacher Talk. I'm going to introduce my first official interview for a teacher, Ms. Noble.
Hello. Hi.
So this is Ms. Noble. We work together in the district that we're in, and we basically just have a conversation about ourselves. We're going to ask questions, and we just this basically what I'm doing here. We're just going to have just a casual conversation. We're going to talk about our life, how we get here, just things. It'll be a back and forth, and then everybody that's viewing this, please stick around, and then that way you get know more about us and future guests I will be having on here, and ask some questions and see how things go. Because it's summertime, and sometimes we still connect and talk to each other. We're still at work. I mean, not always, but we got things that come up, and we communicate throughout the summer, but also try to enjoy your summer. So just get the ball rolling. So
Woo-hoo.
introduce my friend, Ms. Noble.
Hi. I'm Mrs. Noble, and I have been in the district for 21 years. This is my 18th year, finished my 18th year teaching, but I was a para or teaching assistant for three and a half years as I was going to college before I became a teacher.
Yeah. So before you became a teacher, before you thought, hey, I'm going to be a teacher, what made you, what was that one person, what was that one thing that said, this is the environment I want to be in?
Well, when I was in middle school, I was part of an inclusion classroom. So it was where special needs students were part of a classroom with a whole bunch of general ed students. And I got to do that in 4th and 5th grade, and I loved it. There was an incredible teacher that was the teacher of these students, and she hooked me and got me in and wanting to be her. And then after that classroom, I fell in love with working with kids with special needs. So I knew I wanted to do that.
Awesome. And I think I know the same teacher you're talking about, and I'm going to be reaching out to you and getting you to be a part of this as well. So were you always interested in
After
teaching?
4th and 5th grade, yes. I knew I wanted to be a teacher, but only a SPED teacher. I didn't really want to be a general ed teacher. I always knew I wanted to be a SPED teacher.
Okay. Why?
Because the students are incredible, and I enjoy, sometimes it's a puzzle, and I enjoy figuring them out and helping them be independent and successful.
And I do see that when I come to your room at times and how you are with students. So your students, describe your students that you have.
I teach students that are, I teach kids that are in the high school, 9th grade through 12th grade, and I teach kids that are more medically fragile. They have a lot of complex medical needs. So we do a lot of therapies and a lot of hands-on activities for them to learn the life skills and daily living tasks.
So when I come in your room, your kids, you've got them, they're mostly nonverbal, correct?
Yes.
You have them, I can see the look on their face. They're so animated because the things that you and your team would do with them, which I really appreciate you seeing, because I've always loved this kind of environment. That's kind of where I started as well. But walking in your room, seeing your kids just animated, using their devices to communicate, uh, and just feeling like part of a class instead of just sitting around.
Yeah,
whatever.
no.
And that's what I enjoy about being in your room, come visiting your classroom. That's why I bring my students to your room, because I like when my students interact with yours and then with the adults here. So it's pretty cool to watch our FO program from different varieties, different levels, still be as one. So yeah.
Yes, I like it. We teach the best kids.
we do, and I don't know. It's just I think when I've met you, you were a pure student. How do you say it? Pure student?
Yeah.
Yeah. However they called it then too, but you were always outgoing for the kids. You're always there for the kids no matter what, and that was cool to watch too, because I was just getting into all this education stuff, and I loved it, but I wasn't sure how to be, what I am now. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
I did elementary when I was a para, and then I've done the high school the past 18 years.
You never touched middle school, correct?
No, never touched middle school, but I did work at the 18 plus program that we have here in
Yeah.
the district for a good year.
Okay.
So I got to see the elementary babies. I got to see the 18 plus adults, and I picked working at the high school.
You just missed out on so much in middle school. I was mostly a middle school kind of person. Uh, to me, at that time, I was working behavior programs. So to me, I feel like I was still able to build them up, and because they were still trying to figure out themselves. So I was helping them in that process. Because in elementary, you're still building them up, you're teaching them those skills and whatnot. And then middle school, you're building them, finding they are finding their own person, their own selves. So by the time I send them off to high school, they are who they are, and we just run with it. So,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So
I love it. We had the best kids,
we
best
do.
class, everything.
Yes, we do. Um, so who inspired? I know your mom was a teacher as well. Besides your mom, who else has inspired you?
Well, the teacher that got me interested in fourth and fifth grade, she's my number one. She got me interested, and I
Okay,
think she also got you interested.
that's correct. That's
And
correct.
so we still go and try to see her once a year and say hi and to let her know that we made it. We
Yeah,
are here
yeah. And
because of her.
because of her, exactly. So if you've been following along, uh, we have gone to Texas State and help. I don't know how to explain it. Talk to future teachers, and we bring our materials that we have, because we are foundation learning, but yet we're at different levels of it. And she will bring so many different devices for them to look at, and I bring my own kind of devices and whatever I use in my room, and it's pretty cool to watch them, and their questions they ask us is like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I didn't think about that. So
Future
yeah,
teachers.
so that is a great experience for us. So besides that one teacher, your mom.
My mom was a general ed teacher, but it was neat to see her and my grandma. Both of them are teachers or were teachers. They're retired teachers, and so I grew up in a teaching household.
Yeah.
I My mom, my grandma were teachers, and now me and my brother are teachers,
Yeah.
and we're just teaching household. We
Yeah.
love it. It's the
Yeah.
best.
And fun fact, I worked with her mom as well. So
Sure.
that's how much we all know each other. So and amazing person. So she learned a lot from her. And is that why you don't want to do gen ed? Because she did
No,
it.
I fell in love with SPED, and I think SPED's where my heart is.
Awesome.
These kids are where my heart is.
Awesome.
And we get them for 4 years, and we get to see them grow and develop and mature in 4 years. And
Yeah.
then we say bye.
Yeah.
And we keep in contact with them when they are at 18 plus or in adulthood, because when you work together for or work with the student for 4 years, you create a bond and a family with their family, with their parents, and with them, because you worked so closely with hands on every day for 4 years,
Every day.
all
Sure.
day, every day.
I still run some of our former students. I mean, we shared students at one time because different levels, more middle school, high school, and 18 plus. So we share some students, and I still run into them. Uh, ran into one recently, not that long ago, and he still remembers me. And we just have fun
Aww.
talking. He's an amazing kiddo, and it's good to see when you see your former students and they remember you.
Yes.
So and they remember the certain things that we've done with them, and that just that this one reason why I'm doing this because um, so many people have asked me before, how did I get into this? I didn't want to be a teacher. I didn't know. I mean, I was not interested in that. I was not interested in school. So why would I be want to be a teacher? But an opportunity came up, and I tried it out, and 28 years later, here I am, still
Woo
doing
woo.
it. So yeah, so 20 in this district, and then 28 altogether everywhere. So
Wouldn't have it any other way.
no, have you always been in this district?
Yes, I've always stayed in the same district. I went to school in this district, And then I graduated and went to college and have come back in this district. I love it. I love the atmosphere and the culture and the connections with other staff members and people in the community.
There definitely is a diverse community here, and definitely is welcoming. This is my third time back to this district, but I've got to learn what it's like to be at other places. I got to learn more. I got to grow more because other people showed me different ways to do different things, and I'm always going to be that guy that's okay. I want more, not just because I want more. It's because I want you to learn more and to be better at what I do. So
absolutely, because we grow just like the kids.
Exactly.
We are growing and learning just like the kids. If the lesson is bad, we learn something.
Yep.
Not how it goes.
Yeah, no. Oh, I've scratched some lessons at one time in my room because we were like, okay, we're all confused now. Reset, nope. Try again, and move on. So, but that's just life in our classrooms. It's just you go with the flow, and the kids are not, getting it. We start over.
Yeah, doesn't hurt trial anybody. And error, just like the kids. Yeah. We're learning too.
Right. So, being a teacher in this environment, how is it for you to work with parents in your
room? We are
being a parent before.
I feel like it's very important for teachers, before you become a teacher, to be a para for a year. You learn so much. You learn what their job is. You learn how it feels to be a para, because sometimes they're not treated as teachers, but they are heroes in the classroom. I could not teach my classroom without my paras at all. Even though I only have 7 or 8 students in my classroom, I can't be everywhere. So they're also helping me teach every single day. So I appreciate them, and I tell them how grateful I am for them to be in my classroom. And we laugh and we joke, because if you don't, you're going to cry. And it's great to have good people around you.
I'd rather cry from laughing than crying from something else. So
it's great to have good people. And I feel like our paras are great people.
They are. My paras I have in my room, they are amazing. Like 3 different generations in my room, which is fun because I'm more of the middle guy. And when we talk about something, when we talk about history, and my parent, she's like, remember this, and then we'll discuss it. And then our younger parent, he's like, what are y'all talking about? So we have 3 different generations, and it's just fun to just communicate. Oh, you don't know this one, but you're gonna learn this one. At the same time, our kids are listening to us. They're like, what are y'all talking about?
Because they're
we
talk about too. It.
Yeah, we all academics important, yes, but when we're in the room, when everybody's socializing and being a part of the conversation, and you can see them go back and forth having that conversation with you, and you're understanding them more, and they're more confident in speaking because speech is part of their thing they need to learn, and they're actually talking with you. So we just bring them in, we just have a conversation. It's like a little family in my room, so a little chaotic family. but yeah, I mean, it's fun. I see that in your classroom too. You guys communicate with your kiddos, and even though they use devices, but they're doing it. They're communicating. Yes. They're visually letting you know stuff. And our buddy, we're always messing with each other because it's fun. It's fun. So, but our parents are amazing.
They are incredible. They bring a lot to the classroom. We couldn't do what we do without them.
That's right. So, if you guys are watching,
you were a para too.
Yeah, I was. For 22 years, I was a para. I did many years and life skills or foundation learning, but the majority of my time was behaviors, SOCs, focus programs, and things like that. So, autism program. I mean, I was all over the place. So, but I got to learn. I got to learn different skills, different ways of thinking and feeling and understanding. So it was good. It was good. So if you are a para and you want to become a teacher, get in those classrooms.
Do it. Do it.
You will love it. Yes. If you don't give up on it. You just need to find the right environment. So
yeah.
Like I said, I was all over the place. So
we love it.
Love it. So, and yeah, I mean,
Well, this is awesome. Thank you. I appreciate being with you guys today and spending time with y'all.
So what we'll be doing, I will be doing more of this and having more guests coming in. But if you are interested, hit me up. And I've sent out some messages to some of you. So if you want to make time, let me know and we'll meet up somewhere. So this was I was training today, so I we were close by. So I was like, hey, just come here back to the classroom and go from there. So guys, thank you for following along and being in our new adventure. So see you around.
Bye.
Bye.